it's a jungle out there. I don't know what's lurking.
For some of you who don't know, who Oliver Shawn is, I grew up in Goa. I got to Goa when I was like 7 years old, and I've been living here ever since.
There's a war in every corner of the earth.
I also spent a lot of time in Dubai, a lot of time in England. I studied in the US as well. And I've got a lot of mix of various cultures, including Portuguese. So my mom's actually Portuguese, so I'm Portuguese going.
I'm getting around. I'm getting around.
The beach of Goa has actually influenced a lot of my music. If you hear my songs, a lot of the songs have influences of the beach. Of course, of all pretty girls, but of course the beach as well.
Your face, the beautiful woman who promises you heaven.
I write music about various things that actually have affected my life, for the better or for the worse. And I try to use my experiences to help people in maybe a small little way, So if I do write a song about, say, love, I hope it can be interpreted in 10 different ways by various people.
I'm getting around. I'm getting around. I'm getting around.
During this time I actually made my album called I Like It. I was writing the songs for it, and then I went to England to do a bit of a tour, and that's where I Like It was picked up by one of the top studios there, called Waterfall Studios.
No one can explain.
They put me on TV right away. They put me on Sky TV, actually, one of the biggest networks in the UK. And it was a live show. I did 3 songs, and they showed this show across Europe, across London and everything. It was called I Like It. We made a music video of this from a live concert of mine, and it went into MTV as one of the top videos during that time in 2003.
The way you turn around and kiss me in public, I kinda like it.
I did a stint with MTV, a bit of a VJ thing, and that's where we promoted I Like It a lot. And so that's how I Like It went to the next level. And the song, it won, I think, a songwriting contest, which was affiliated with the Grammys.
I like it when you kiss me. I like it when you touch me. I like it when we make love. Yes, I like it. Well, I like it.
That was a song that made me famous.
I like it.
As far back as I can remember, I think my mom, she came to know that I'm a musician, really. I was 4 years old, and I was singing. My range was quite high, and I could reach certain ranges in my voice, in my vocal structure that was really good. So they probably realized that I'm a musician.
Struggle. She's so proud. There was no easy way out. The time has come, and everyone's going.
boarding school, and that's where I actually honed my musical skills. I wasn't taught by anybody to play the guitar or to sing. I played various instruments. I didn't have other distractions, or rather, I didn't let anything else distract me because I was so involved in my music. And then by the time I was 13, I formed my first professional band called the Knights, and I would bunk from my boarding school and my classes and go and play for weddings and things like that. So that was my musical journey till I was like a teenager. My first song was called There She Is Again. It was a big hit in the Middle East, also in India, in few places where they played international music. It goes like this. I wanna run away, get away from this mess. My head's going round just thinking of nothing, baby. I'm curving that ain't mad. I'm going insane. I've forgotten my name. No matter where I go, what I do, there she is again. That's a little bit. I don't even remember the song so well. I was 19 when I released this one. It's a cold, hard world out there. She knows it's so hard. The time has come, and everyone's going home. The largest international independent record label, WOA Records, which is my record label in India, and also the Middle East now. So that's what happened with one CD that I released, and now we have around 200 international artists signed to my label. So it's like a major label. You know? Created that network, and I can help artists to get to that level or to promote their music. At least there is this kind of a company created for people who are extremely talented or great songs, but who don't want to compromise on their identity, on their musical styles, and who want to do it on their own. So we're there to push it for them. You know, so that's how WOA International came into being. I love the classical Indian music that is there. I mean, some of the biggest names in the industry, like the Beatles, for instance, have been influenced by Indian music. So some of the musicians I really like in India would be Zakir Hussain, Ravi Shankar, Amjad Ali Khan. You know, this is what I consider Indian music. Recently, after I released my third album, which was so good, the song went platinum in 2011. Platinum is a big thing for an independent artist. You know, it's over 75,000 copies sold, and this was 2.5 million downloads of my song.
What you want me to be, but I want to be your father's girl.
My mom always supported me. She never forced me to go for lessons or classes. And that's a good lesson to parents, actually. Don't force your kids to study something that they don't want to. Because if they really want to do it, they'll do it. You know? Some of the things I really love are my dogs, my guitars.
The lights are changing.
This is where I spend all my time. I'm with Buddy and Sam. You know, I travel a lot for my shows and gigs, but in the end, I'm back home because I can't do without Buddy and Touch.
And I don't wanna be your father figure. And I don't wanna be.
I'm very proud of my guitar collection. I have around 20 guitars. Some of the world's best guitars, you know, right from the Fenders to the PRS to Taylors. And the reason I have so many guitars is because when I was a kid and I was playing in my bands, I couldn't afford a guitar, you know, and my mom had to scrounge money to actually buy me my first guitar. And now, since I can afford to buy guitars, I buy all the top guitars in the world because I can and because I never had them before. So that's one of the reasons. Aside from my music, my guitars and my dogs, my next love, or one of my very big loves, is being motorbikes. And I'm into vintage motorbikes, you know, like the Enfields and the Triumphs and the BSAs. I'm a single guy, by the way, so I can spend all my time with motorbikes and guitars and my dogs, because there's no particular girl to take up all my time. Ladies, I'm a bike guy. Cheers.
Your mother, and I don't wanna be the one that saves you. Just wanna be. No, I don't wanna be.
They did a feature on me on Elle magazine, Rolling Stone, and I was like, how the hell is all this happening? And then I realized it's all about the music. If your song is good and if it connects with somebody, that's all that matters. I put it out there, I did shows, and all of a sudden I have thousands of fans. I don't really do a lot of Hindi music, but there was a time after I Like It when my label and a lot of my friends and family said, why don't you try your hand at Hindi music? I remember I did this album called Darna Chhod Do, and that video went to, for 3 days, it was an exclusive video on MTV, and it did really well because I guess my videos turn out pretty good. Song that I recorded on that album, and I insisted that I wanted to put this song because I used to sing it since I was 13 years old with my local band when I was a kid, and it was called Roop Tera Mastana. I'm going to sing my version of it, maybe just a small part. It goes like this. Roop Tera Mastana, pyar mera deewana, कोई हमसे ना हो जाए, रूप तेरा मस्ताना, प्यार मेरा दीवाना, भूल कोई हमसे ना हो जाए. Short version.
I'm turning 30 next week. I wish I could turn back time, undo all the wrong and the hurt that I've caused everyone.
Another song that I'm quite proud of now is So Good, which is the title track from my new album, which went platinum.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, that ain't what it's all about.
I've been waiting for you.
And my dream has always been to be part of the Grammys. So when I had this album doing so well, I was accepted as a voting member for the Grammy Awards, which is really huge for a musician like me.
Times I remember, I wish I'd done things differently. But now I've learned it's never too late. Just
to say you're sorry.
They consider me an expert in vocals, instrumental, composition, and production, and engineering. Now I'm a voting member, and what happened after that was my album was considered for nominations in 9 categories for the Grammy Awards, which is another huge thing, which I don't think a lot of people know, but now you do, thanks to TGIRF.
So good, so good, so good.